humanity we laid at their feet. They took our forgiveness, they took our embrace, and used it as a weapon to conquer the race. The explorer mapped the mountain and the mineral, the missionary mapped the spirit and the mind, the merchant mapped the market and the capital, and left the freedom of our fathers far behind. They told us, look up to the heavens, let your worries fade. While they were down in the dirt, taking everything we made, they said, turn the other cheek for the promised land. We closed our eyes to pray. No, the ancestors didn't fade. They were ambushed by grace. They brought a war in a smile to a peaceful place. Before we could even say amen, the chains were already on the wrists of the men.
Yo, check that one out. The Blueprint, Afro Soul, EOSAL. Right? I think that's the name of it. Just really outlining the history, our history as a people, and so many others have similar histories to us. Indeed, the East Indian in Trinidad and Tobago has that similar history. The imperialist and his evil and our warmth. Let us be cautious not to allow our kindness and our warmth be utilized against us. All you are telling all you. Share, be kind, show love, but always be careful. Be skeptical about the intentions of others. They paint a pretty face at first, but they are there for what underneath your feet. In the Quran, we are taught, shall I tell you about a man whose speech about this life will dazzle you? Some people have all the talk to convince you, but he is the most contemptible of wretches. As what God say and not me say. All the pretty talk, sound perfect, say the right things, but is the most contemptible of wretches. We must be careful. And I like the Pope. Imagine that. I like this Pope, what he's saying. I'm still cautious because remember, history embedded in my DNA. So I like what he's saying. But I still have a little skepticism. I'm still cautious. Because the imperialists play so much games with us. So much games they play with us that you still have to be cautious. But he's saying the right things. Imagine a Pope saying, nah, he doesn't promote those who just waging war, the few tyrants of the world, who plundering and just taking what they want from others. And then we have, some good examples, non-aligned states, bigger states that could hold their own, Brazil, Colombia, right? Spain, even in Europe. I see Hungary's new prime minister said, if Netanyahu come to Hungary or pass over our airspace, I don't know if he say pass over airspace, but he will arrest him. All right, sounding good. Sounding good. But let us learn from the mistakes of the past. Let us learn from the mistakes that our ancestors made when they were too welcoming to the wicked. We are not a racist people. We are inviting and loving. That's how we are. We will share. The indigenous people of the world, when they came to these places, thank God, after struggle and fight, Columbus out of the square. Tell our true history in school and let us put real leaders up as figures for our children to look up to and to follow in these squares. But do we want to set a society that is just? Do we want our children to be free? Because then we will see the actions in our education system, the actions in our public spaces that direct us to the notion that we want our children to be free. We have plenty work to do, you know. Curriculum need to change. Them lies and those stories past need to be changed. On a radio station yesterday, and a few liars trying to tell me about 1990. That's not the topic for today, but oh gosh, come on now, man. If you don't know, hush. Good morning.
Salamu alaikum, Fawud.
Hey, wa alaikum salam, my brother.
May peace and blessing be upon your call and may the intelligent race.
Yeah, man. I don't know if you know the call and response for Amandla. You know the response for Amandla?
Kill the boy.
No, not the meaning. But when we say Amandla, the response the crowd says is away too.
Away
too.
I'm trying because I hear Julius Malema was saying it.
Yeah,
with Winnie Mandela.
Away too. That's the response. So I met some.
Too.
Yeah, away too. So I met some South Africans in Venezuela some time ago, and they taught it to me, right? So they say whoever says starts with Amandla, and you respond away too. Yeah.
And they try to tell Eric that, but he don't understand that, and he say he fighting for revolution.
Yeah, and he see my father walking around with the children around the oval. Boy, I ain't lying. And a man like that can't understand. Defending yourself and revolution. Can't understand that. But you was the head of the anti-apartheid. I really lost all people, you know. Lost.
Jesus.
You know why our children are so lost? Because the parents lost.
They lost. The ones that raised be intelligent.
Our children lost because our parents lost. You know why I'm not lost? You know why I am conscious and positive and progressive and educated in all realms. I could stand up anywhere and talk to anybody. I have the blasted stupid qualifications. I'm a first class degree in law with business. Rubbish from English University. All that. I could stand toe to toe with anybody who claimed that they are an intellectual. Rubbish. I have that. But I'm also conscious and educated of the truth.
Thank you.
You know why?
Let's call you forward.
You know why? Because my parents are educated people. My father is not a dunce. My mother is not a dunce. They are
Allah bless them.
Spiritually grounded people. My mother does pray 5 times a day. My mother does pray for me. My mother does guide me.
Every time Eric call you, it's the spinning of word. It's not to give you and to raise me intelligent, you know.
Well, Eric,
it's to keep down the African brothers and sisters, you know.
Eric, don't call my program. I'm sorry for Kingsley and them.
Yeah, boy.
I'm sorry for Kingsley and them.
And this woman, Miss Diego Martin, too, boy. They should shame when they see African brothers and sisters, boy, because we used to raise them intelligent. They teach me Jack and Jill went up the hill. Forward.
I train salt. It has salt.
Right? And kill out your generation. And I bring up the little children and teach them Jack and Jill went up the hill. Dan is a man in the van and see when see spider. Where are going? That is we.
Dan
That is we. This is we generation now.
Dan and Jack and Jill, brother, we done gone through and Jack and we gone through McCandle Dag and others. I am Fuad Abu Bakr, boy, we Jack and Jill. I were any slave master name. We done gone past that. So all they was doing sleeping in 1970.
Boy.
All they was partying and drinking rum in 1970.
Fuad, right? And when I talk to the people and them, right? The intelligence I have and has been shamed, brother. And has been vexed. Because certain of the history, especially with David Owen, when they show you about Hitler, Idi Amin, when they talk about the Black Brothers, Mansa Musa, a man on this on the government radio station say if it wasn't for the white man, we would have lived in Stone Age.
What's stupid?
You never hear about Timbuktu, where they had the first university and thing, but how this man medicated with
children. But them come out of the Stone Age while all kind of periods of Renaissance was going on in other worlds. But India and China, Africa were civilizations long before them even come out of darkness, out of the feudal stage, killing each other.
Megalithic structure.
And education and agro-science.
Yes.
Thriving. Why you feel the populations in these places were so high? Populations rise. Populations rise. Populations rise when there's positivity and productivity and abundance. That is when population rise. Why you feel it have 1 billion plus people in India, 1 billion plus people in China, and hundreds of millions in Africa? The population just get decimated.
How was that? It's Christopher Columbus and his wicked white man, boy.
So we take the break. And we come back, my brother. You can call back in and all.
Ring a roses, pocket full of poses, or shoe all fall on. The white man used to pee and defecate and throw it out the window. And they used to walk in this mess and cause ring a roses, shoe, they sneezing and all fall down. The Black Death. It's African was to teach the white man how to bathe. Thank you, boy. I can't call back in because I'm going out.
All right,
but bless you, boy. The son of the soil, boy. Forward, boy. Thank you, boy, brother, boy. Bless.
Bless you
Malcolm
too.
X.
We take the break and we go be back.
Thank you, morning.
Go be back.
Malcolm X.
Of Divine Encounter as the minister and pray for you every Saturday by 9 o'clock in the morning of this station, Street FM 91.9. Our church is Deeper Life Bible Church, number 1 Cochrane Street, opposite Tunapuna Police Station, Tunapuna. The times of our services are as follows: Sunday worship service, 9 a.m., Monday Bible study, 6 p.m., Thursday revival hour, 6 p.m. The redemption hour is a life-changing moment you cannot afford to miss. For special prayer or counseling, contact Pastor Femi Afolabi on 778-9933. God bless you as you listen to this program. Jesus is Lord.
TechFlex TT Limited, the #1 computer store in Trinidad and Tobago, has all your tech needs. We have the latest computers, powerful MacBooks, and affordable Chromebooks for school and work, providing new and refurbished options to suit everyone's budget. Also, we carry a variety of printer options and ink solutions for your home and office needs. Need repairs done? Our experienced technicians can solve your tech problems. Visit us now at any of our 2 locations, Wilson Road, Scarborough, next to Royal Castle, or Penco Street, Montrose, Chagonas. Call 235-4919 for more info. TechFlex TT Limited. Affordable tech. Exceptional service.
Tuesday is Value Day. Grab the crew and dive into terrific Tuesdays. Buckets from 9, 12, 15, up to 18 pieces with sides. More chicken, more value, more reason to share. Family lime, office lime? It must be KFC. Order now. Follow KFC Trinidad and Tobago WhatsApp channel for all the deals.
Feeling for a big meal.
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
With big taste.
Must be KFC.
And big flavor.
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
And value for my money.
Must be KFC.
Yo, who keeps saying that? Well, I hearing something.
I'm the voice in your belly.
Get big value every day of the week. From Munchin Mondays to Fantastic Fridays. And specials to make your weekend even tastier. Check socials for details. Remember, there's only one original. Often imitated, but never duplicated. It must be KFC.
Better living starts at Furniture Plus. Get up to 50% off on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. Plus free gifts with select purchases and just $1 down on credit plans. Don't wait. Visit Furniture Plus today.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
A new era of hope and care for our nation's children has begun. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar has announced a major expansion of services at the Couva Children's Hospital. This expansion brings advanced pediatric care, modern diagnostic upgrades, a full urgent care unit, and a specialized surgery program to reduce waiting lists and save lives. This is not just progress. This is compassion in action. When our children are cared for, our nation grows stronger. No child should be left behind. In our first year, already things are changing. Commitments are being fulfilled, and brighter days are ahead. Join us this Saturday at the Couva South Hall car park as we report to you on progress made and the way forward. Registration of delegates begins at 1 p.m. We are the United National Congress, 37 years strong, working for you, delivering for our nation. That was a paid political announcement.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on the Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from King's Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap Gap pills, and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And we are back. But today is Terrific Tuesday. No, I'm gonna check the days out.
We welcome the strangers, we didn't see the gun. They wrote in their diaries, they measured the stone, they smiled at our children, they sat in our home, we offered them water.
Yeah, it's Terrific Tuesday, right? So Tuesday is Value Day. Grab the crew and drive into Terrific Tuesdays. Buckets from 9, 12, 15, up to 18 pieces with sides. More chicken, more value, more reason to share. Family lime, office lime, it must be KFC. Order now, follow KFC Trinidad and Tobago WhatsApp channel for all the deals. There's some good advice when you hear it one time, you know it's good advice. My granny tell me a hot cup of good and natural ginger tea first thing in the morning does wonders for the body. Good and natural ginger tea in its single size packet is excellent for flavoring your cooking, salads and desserts. But without a doubt, add a little boiling water, you put one sachet with sugar or without sugar, and it is the right way to start your day. Especially, as I say, with these little flu and virus and cold and stuff going around. Ginger, garlic, try to lift your antibodies. Some pineapple even. Try to strengthen yourself, and I given the advice and I taken it myself as well. Are we ready to accept the 1% if you come into office as the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago? Am I ready to accept the 1%? Everybody has a place in Trinidad and Tobago. However, all of us have to collectively work for the benefit of everyone else, Trinidad and Tobago. So there is a way for us all to work. It's not that I believe everybody should have the exact same economic earning or same economic acquisition. However, you must bring a certain level of balance to your society. You cannot leave abject poor, and you cannot have unreasonably rich. Good morning, my brother. Welcome.
Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Peace be unto you, brother.
Special God blessing to you on this day the Lord have blessed. And all the callers, my brother who talked earlier, Mr. West, and the conscious people. Third, I was so proud yesterday that God lead me to just turn on to listen to the program, which I never used to listen to it because of certain things, but I know that brother who brought you on the program yesterday, he really thinking wise. And I don't want you to feel guilty to answer to nobody in Trinidad and Tobago about your father. You hear what I am telling you, little brother?
Yes, man. Yes, man.
You ain't obligated to nobody and you have to answer to nobody because your father is not Monroe. Your father is not William Monroe. Look how they do William Monroe with the land down by the Mecca. And they try it on your father. And putting aside that, he stand up. But people ain't talking the truth, you know. Everybody just want to know how lost a life and this way. Abu Bakr ain't kill nobody. But this is not the topic this morning. The topic I want to focus on, I listening to advertisement. I don't know if God is making me actually listen to certain things, like how I just turned my radio yesterday and I hear you on that program with Kingsley, and I praise Kingsley as a brother that he conscious of what is his future for the youth. And that is where I proud of yesterday. All you're looking after are the development of the youth. Look at that little 9-year-old boy that could be my grandchild, boy.
Yeah.
All you check it out now, boy. Check out the girl who walking in the station and get strangled, boy. Could have been my niece, my sister, boy.
Yeah, we don't kill children, we don't kill women.
Yeah.
We don't kill
really going on.
Innocent people, non-combatants. Come on.
The people who in power forward, they know all this killing and all this thing could solve, you know. Let me show you something here now. I don't want to be too long because your program is short. We African children come here with chain. The parents come with chain. We was in barracks houses. I don't know if you know. You see where?
Yeah, I know about barrack houses.
Nice.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I've been taught about it.
Right. Listen, we wasn't like the East Indians who come on a contract and they was on the land. We was in barracks houses working on the various estates. Right? We wasn't like the sugar workers who come to cut the cane. We was planting the cane. And from the barracks house, they modernized the barracks house and they started build planning. This is why most planning in Trinidad and Tobago, if you check, is the offspring of the barracks house people, children and grandchildren.
Yeah.
You know, I hear an advertisement yesterday that the 1 year anniversary of the UNC and the Prime Minister and how much lease they give out to colony workers, it's lease or deed or wherever it is.
Yeah.
They give out to colony workers. Now, them things, what they get lease or deed, they could go to the bank and get a loan. They could do business, they could get things. We in the planning, we couldn't get no loan, no way. So what we could do is we get a government agency house where we uplift ourselves in Maloney, La Hoqueta, Malabar, and we go on. Right. Now, currently, people could be proud because since I'm small, I hear about sugar workers getting this, back pay, this, that. I know I will get criticized, but that is them business. I am talking as a citizen, what I grew up seeing, because I went to a school where I know about racing. I went to Islamic school, El Chico Islamic, and I know about the racing. Because I know how I was being treated as an African child. But anyhow, forward, if we share, let me share across the board. Everybody know for years URP is corrupted. Years since the URP start, everybody know about corruption in URP. How much government changes always had URP? The corruption was always there. CPEP come new. I think when CPEP now start, they say they painting stone. Okay. Now, it was cleaning the place and had the place spick and span. The place really used to look good with the CPEP workers. You come now and you say contractors, corruption. Nobody ain't get hold. Nobody ain't get discipline. But you know who suffer? The workers and them who was working hard. And now, you telling me in a year celebration, Colony Limited get deed, but they get lease, and CPEP workers get sent home, URP workers get sent home, and if Malcolm X talk that you go hear racial, you go hear one-sided, where the playing field really is. And I leave that to God, that all truth will reveal itself. But Africa is rising, and I'm proud to be an Ethiopian, that I know God is who dealing with me. All you have a good day.
Yeah, thank you very much. Blessings, brother. Another comment here online. Just want to share some of the views as well, right? A tree without roots shall wither away, and we not passing down knowledge to our children so that they're growing without roots. Agreed 100%. We are allowing our enemy to educate our children. Listen to me carefully. We are allowing our enemy, who is bent on the exploitation of our people, of the third world. The first world create the education system, supposed first world, implement it on you, and that education is not for your benefit. That education is for their benefit. That is why the stories that they tell you are skewed in the way that they are skewed. The religion that they supposedly play with, they give you that. It had one Bible for the slave, and it had a next Bible for the master, you know. Or they playing stupid. No, like literally, there was a slave Bible, and there was a master Bible, you know. And they indoctrinate you into a certain thinking so that you will accept what they want to do for their benefit. There are people who do not care about the benefit of all the people of the world, who do not see us as equals. And woe be to us that in our space we adopt that attitude towards each other. There's no second-class Trinbagonian citizen. All of us are supposed to be treated in the same way. We have to be fair to each other, and it is only in fairness and in justice that Trinidad and Tobago will prosper. I would like to think that people understand that. I will remind the Prime Minister of that when I see her next. It is only in justice and in fairness to everyone that Trinidad and Tobago will prosper. So just watch what people doing around here. Careful. There's corruption everywhere. There's corruption in contracts. Not so? So if it have corruption on the lower level, then figure it out, sort it out. But things have to go on. People have to eat. And there are people who have transitioned into other areas. Right? Good morning to all my one CPAP workers who now working under other programs. I have seen them. I know them. I know them. I could call names and know people doing the same thing but under a different program. Because to try to hold on for the next 3 years, them contractors who really making the big money, nah, you can't do that. You should have just let the little year finish out, take the year alone, and let somebody else get the opportunity. Same workers, you know. Because when it comes to work, it's the same people. In Trinidad and Tobago in 2026, you have to be running down a street sweeping work. That is where we reach. Well, then that is an indictment on all governments past. That you have to be running down, that readily available is not employment, at least at that lowest level. And respect to everybody who doing things that are important for Trinidad and Tobago. I respect every level and every type of work in Trinidad and Tobago. This place, This place, if you take it on too much, it might blow your brain. It might blow your brain. So let us teach our children. Let us teach ourselves first. Because if you don't know nothing, you can't even teach your child anything. Good morning, Fuad. As a citizen, I'm so tired of this non-performing government. And I hear the criticism. It's 1 year. And they have done things. You mightn't be paying attention to what they're doing, but they have done things. I had to get a building permit for a building that I'm working on, right? Construction. I do construction as well. And the process is tedious, is long, it's dragged out. Thank God that they're fixing that process and they've changed certain things, because sorry to say, I wish I could have paid somebody a bribe, but I just don't do that. I don't really get into that. But everything is correct, you know. Like everything is correct. But the process, the time, geez, my builder going and doing our next work. Because it's about a whole 3 weeks to a month now, struggling to get his permit. What is that? And they have identified that and they're fixing that, they're remedying that. So I'm not to think there are things being done. If carny workers have been promised whatever they have been promised in the severance packages, etc., all past governments stick. When I tell you stick, my friend Nevo, for who know Nevo dead waiting on his severance. Nevo, my friend, African too, is not just Indian work for carny, right? He dead. He get one thing out of it. He got his house, his housing lot, but his agricultural lot, he dead. So now his son, we had to find a way to get his son to get whatever. So if UNC now ensuring that those things are finished, that's good. That is excellent. That's excellent. What we was doing, what other people doing. Okay, I be careful with we. We is a hell of a word. Retirees can't get their money when they were paid the nurses. Yeah, God willing, right? I saw there's also some aviation settlement for pilots and stuff, which is excellent. The working class of Trinidad and Tobago, you had to be pleased. People could talk about nurses getting what is due to them now. Under the last administration is just pain. And somehow, like the leaders sometimes under that administration, they don't be as vocal and vociferous, so nothing in terms of wage negotiations happen. But things happening for people now. Things happening for those who are under structured, organized work. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. And the level of expectation is high. The next set telling you salt. The next set telling you maximum 5%. Before election, they was telling you the only time government is telling you anything good around election. Wrong election, they was telling you 5. Imagine that. Hard like big stone. And in difficult economic times, be realistic, Trinidad and Tobago. You must be intelligent enough to be realistic. In difficult economic times, there are things that you could do right away and there are things that you will have to do later on. You have to stagger things. Like the CPO say, even non-cash payments are essential because you can't just give. You will crash the economy. But they want to bring these issues to a close. They want to finish negotiations. Many of us are unfair. We unfair even to ourselves. We unfair to ourselves. Let us not be unfair. But yes, there is difficult. There has been difficulty. And I can't tell all you. Hold, because all you holding for 10 years. And 1 year on top of 10 years is more hardship. I understand what people going through. I understand what people have been going through. Let's take KFC's call. Good morning, KFC.
Hey, blessings of Friday for give thanks to
Yeah, man.
I see a wonderful interview yesterday at the government station by your moment, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know where us go. Love and blessings to everybody. Good morning, Kingsley.
For the news coming out and all the time they hear me crying out for opportunities, upliftment, and they better me call to the church to see about. You know the news, the iceberg break? Because you know I be asking questions technical. They say come from the top, you know. Some minister thin skin, so no longer not to take KFC call. That what they're doing, they're victimizing the poor and the poor and the underprivileged, and we allowing that to go on.
You just you're behaving bad, KFC. When I have some
when African people was they surely land in our thousands. But say good morning to Malcolm X.
You're behaving bad, KFC. When I was somebody to behave bad, I'm calling you.
For 4 months. You said the work supposed to be taught in a month, you be taught in 2 weeks. So if that brother get something, I sure you go put me on the payroll and I go get a work to support my 2 children. I done that with them politicians and them, but them don't like poor people, but them using poor people confidently. And certain people who eating and drinking around them, they for their own benefit and they're singing for the supper. I been real enough for on the ground, you know. Because pure victimization, especially to the poor and the underprivileged out there. The cutback this, the cutback that, the whole crow, the whole red fish, the big players and them. Why they didn't give you, or give my boy Malcolm X, or give Andy Williams and this and that higher back, the same plan them. The Swiss corridor in our state, it's a real grass. They will tell you to eat grass. We eat grass for the last 9 years plus for a while. We have to be real with ourselves. Bless.
Blessings, man. Don't worry, I tell you, I'll go hire you. And I tell you, Malcolm too, Malcolm go hire you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Fight the right way. Stop just going all over talking as a madness. You don't know what to say, when to say it. And I ain't have no problem with saying what is right. But sometimes, oh gosh. Good morning, brother. Welcome.
Good morning, brother. Blessings.
Again, some feedback. See, maybe the radio had to turn off.
You hear me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Blessings to you, man. I saw something on your father yesterday on Facebook, boy. An interview that he did. It was very inspirational, man. Very, very inspirational. Mr. Ford, my heart really goes out to KFC, eh? KFC real fight for this government, you know. KFC get real enemies, you know. Because of the fight he put up for this UNC, eh? But what I'm going to tell you, boy, KFC, hold on, keep the faith and stay strong, my brother. But your reward will come in some other way.
Hey, I don't bad talk nobody, right? That's my brother too, because I just stand up with everybody to the maximum. But I keep telling, it's not one side that's talked to KFC, you know. It's not twice. KFC went, well, I now meet him through advocating and working with the UNC or whatever, right? And I had to tell KFC no less than probably 1,000 times to behave yourself, you know. Think KFC is a rebel. KFC, I don't know. And KFC have everybody could talk to anybody, you know. But oh gosh, I'm telling him behave. And I can't say what I have to say on the radio because I don't expose my brother's faults. You understand? So understand that situation a little different. But I tell KFC as well, I will employ him, the economy will pick up. Even private sector, not everything is government directly. So if contractors in HGC start up their jobs, then other people will get private subcontracts, and then it passes on and pass. I will hire KFC, but you have to work, you know. You have to work with me, you know. It's not no payroll, you know. You have to work, you know. And Malcolm as well. Malcolm will give him work, but he had to work. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
My heart go out to him. You see, especially talking about your 2 children and thing, man. My heart go out to him, man.
Don't lose your heart. Don't send it too far.
Eh?
Don't lose your heart. Don't send it too far. Understand. Listen, I out here long and I feel you out here long too. Understand our people too. Yeah. Understand some people. Understand it, you know. I ain't going further than that. Go ahead.
All right. I know it's that time we call and cry and things. So, you know, anyhow, Mr. Ford, you know, I can understand. You see, we have to get rid of this diehard, this and diehard that, eh? It's have a woman that's be on Facebook. I think she puts herself as a preacher. Callers will understand who we're talking about. Now, the incident that happened in San Fernando, you know, there's a preacher, you know, she's on record of saying it's PNM police set up that. How ridiculous could we get, Mr. Ford? PNM police set that up. They were telling me that you die hard this and die hard. When you die hard UNC and die hard PNM, you will say anything to support your party, you know. You will stoop to the lower than the white line in the road, you know. And this other guy that I used to listen sometime down here, be talking about the nurses who marching is PNM nurses. I mean, come on, Mr. Ford, how ridiculous could we get out here, man?
Yeah.
PNM police, PNM nurses, what? PNM army, PNM doctors. I mean, it's too stupid to talk about, but you see, there's the inheritance that we would have inherited some years since in Eric Williams days coming up. If you put a crapo in a jersey, I will still vote for you. We have to get rid of that, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, that ain't making no sense.
Talk positivity. It ain't making no sense, Mr. Ford. Not because you support a party, you will go to that level. Look where you go on. It's a PNM police who set up that. I mean, it's so stupid and ridiculous.
She see the man
and she's a preacher.
Oh, God.
And she's a preacher. She's a preacher. She have a church. And that's the ridiculousness she's talking.
Yeah.
Mr. Ford has always said, I admire your strength, I admire your talk, and I like how you push solutions. That's what I admire about you. You talk about solutions, so you ain't just talking for talking's sake. So have a blessing, my brother.
Yeah, you too, man. Blessings to you. Yeah, and the situation with nurses, I see somebody on my feed as well speaking about it, and it's an important situation as well, right? I'll just touch on it after the caller. Mr. West, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Ford.
Hey, morning,
Mr. Ford, you said that you've been around for some time.
a little time, not as long as you, but a little time.
Yeah, this society is not an easy one, you know. It's very challenging, boy. And you have to understand it. And some people, sometimes, you know, you speak with them and sometimes you have to run, you know. Because no reason, no.
You need to tell him, don't pour out his heart too far and he lost his heart there.
Yeah, don't, you can't reason. And that is the challenge. And think of just your discourse, you're trying to discuss civil discussion, you know. Yeah. It can become very explosive. And therefore, some people, you know, shy away from discussing or probably trying to reason with people, all because of that. And that exists not today. Years of, and you can't, listen to me, you will have freedom of speech here, you know. I remember a time, I won't tell you like it is, I going up to St. Augustine, I had an exam in the morning. And I sit down in the front seat and I trying to get my minds together because the exam started at 9. And you know what happened? 3 people in the back talking, 4 people, all elder people, when I said in their 50s and whatnot. And I just focusing, you know, because I didn't join into their discourse. because they were criticizing the government of the day. They launched me, I was happy to bring my journey to an end. And it happens not just there, it happens all about. And that is Trinidad. But I'm saying you have to be strong and you have to stand up for what is right as against what is wrong. And I am saying that, we talk about human rights and freedom of speech and all that. Freedom of speech doesn't really, you can't challenge that in the court where private enterprise or private individuals, are concerned. It is purely against the state and against the public bodies and whatnot, right? And authorities and whatnot. You can bring action in order to protect those Section 4 and 5 rights, right? So I can't, if somebody tell you, well, try to interfere with your rights, you can't go to court and say, the only thing you could talk about the rights with respect to defamation and libel and all that, you could take that. But the other rights like freedom of expression and all that, right to protest, it's only if the state challenge those or interfere with those rights, you can go to court against the state. But you can't go against an individual who challenge or try to infringe on your right. The court not going to recognize that. You can't go before the court with that. But the point I'm making here is this: is that when you govern, sometimes you have economics to deal with, you have politics, and communication is key. Because when you spoke about this lands at Caroni and whatnot, I was here when they closed down Caroni, and when part of the negotiation, Rahel was the Minister of Agriculture, I think, and when they decided to give the people lands, and for years the people been struggling for the land, and every election since then, whoever was the opposition, they struggled because they opposed them. Some of them even joined with the then opposition in order to fight for their lands. They went to England, they went to the EEC, the EU, the European Union, and all these sort of things to get the compensation. So the thing about it is the state must act fairly. The fact remains is that when we talk about land for landless and whatnot, and the giving out of deeds and whatnot, there are people who were there for 10 years. What they did do for the very said people who support them, who believe in them.
Like, is a problem to give out land when you're in office?
Well, I don't know.
But you can give out whatever land you want. So if they may want to give out land and people have settlements, legal settlements based on their tenure of work and their severance packages, then I congratulate this government in giving the people their land.
Yeah.
Come on.
And some of the people who received they come to the Duke because they signed for that. This is an agreement. An agreement with the state, with Caroni Limited, the government and water, and the people, the former employees. Give the people, honor the people's rights. You have an obligation to give the people their land. Look how long they suffering since 2000 and what, I think in 2004 or 5 or thereabout. And we're in 2026 and they're not getting the land? They know. So what you telling me? And I must stand up and say, yes, that is right. That can't be right. And you have other people, you're not talking about the other people who have big more on government lands, county lands. They distribute among themselves, they divide among themselves.
Yeah. You want me to tell you what PNM do? You want me to tell you what they do? The big chicken farmers, the big this one farmer who could afford to buy land. PNM will give them land, will give them 20-something acres. That is PNM. They give them 20-something acres, 50 acres to increase the production and become even bigger when they could afford to buy. And the small man living in Bagatelle, Sea-Trace, whatever, they will not even regularize and give you a deed of comfort. So think about it. Think about what you're putting yourself to support.
They see it too. And when sometimes I listen, sometimes the thing is, when you want to create problem in this country, or you look to race. Yeah. And I'm saying that a lot of people who were involved in Cairo, because I spent some time with a little boy down in Central, so more Vancouver, Claxton Bay, those areas, Forest Park, and whatnot, those areas. I went there for little holidays and whatnot. And some of the people a large number of people who were engaged in Caroni Limited were people of African descent. It's not just Indian, but African, and they lived, they were very united, right? And the same Africans, they had what you call, because I did my own research and they had what you call some fund they had there where they could go to the company, and they built from mud houses and whatnot. They built big houses. If you go to places like Springville and you go to Claxton Bay and some parts of Claxton Bay, they elevated themselves. They use what they call, I can't remember the name, but the union, they had a kind of credit union something. Can't remember the fund. And they put it and they get land and they build a house and all that. I don't know whether that model could have been used throughout Trinidad and Tobago. But that is it. So I don't want to hear this kind of thing and people moving on. But the government has a responsibility when they give out land or when they do things, because understanding that this is a plural society, and one group of people feel that they disadvantaged and not treated fairly, they're going to react, and therefore they need to communicate with the people exactly. And it shouldn't be for me to say them things.
Yeah, they should know them things.
Come out and say these things.
Yeah.
Because you know what happened and what the elements in the society that could create problems.
Yeah.
So that is all. I don't want to take too much of your time this morning, Mr. Ford.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. Just don't allow the opposition or whoever to weaponize the poor. Don't allow them to weaponize race. You have to counteract it, because that is what they were used. They don't have anything else. Based on performance, they are abject failures. They are abject failures. I've seen it in my lifetime. They cater to the rich, the 1%. And now all you need to do is across the board cater to the poor and the working class. That's all. Good morning, Malcolm. Morning, brother.
Hello.
Yeah, man. Welcome. I can. Good. Mm-hmm.
Hello.
I hear you. Don't listen on the radio. Listen on the phone.
Well, listen. I was listening to Mr. West.
Yeah.
I want you to deal straight up. Now, under Basil Pandey, say anybody that's occupying land for over 5 years or something, so you go clear me up with that and correct me if I am going wrong. But I know that it says as long as you occupy, and I don't know if it's the right thing I say, but Basil Pandey government did say, as long as you occupying land for a period of time, you become a tenant at will or wherever it is. So what I am saying now, plenty people occupying, which is state land for citizens. I figure they're supposed to benefit the same right too.
Yeah, man.
We deal with everything across the board, so I don't want you to feel I against the current people.
No. We didn't feel so. No. We understand what you're saying.
Understand?
Yeah.
Because I have a piece of land, and I'm telling you, I have a piece of land under Basil Pandey law, which is over 40-something years. I occupy in reserve land. Yeah. And I know that is my land.
That is your land.
Me are nothing to study and worry about. But I cannot go to the bank and get no loan with that because I have no paper for it.
Right.
So what I am saying, across the board, I want a piece of paper too.
Yeah, you have to get your deed of comfort. And then you have to get moved to the next stage, because 40 years, come on, give the people the land.
And it's not me alone, no. It's all the neighbors are representing that have the land way access to them, because I realize this man Alexander went by some place and was talking with some man. We build a garage and you have to think. So I was listening to that too. So don't feel I'm in Australia and I right here in Trinidad watching everything and learning everything. Have a good day and thanks for taking my call again.
Anytime, man. Blessings. Yeah. Yeah, across the board. And that's what I'm saying. For those people who were on state lands and who had built over time, they gave out deeds of comfort. It's not about race. It is about lifting people who are in the lower strata of society and empowering them. Land empowers. How many people have I advised? Find somewhere and build something. Find somewhere with some room where you can farm. Apply to those agencies that give you land. Apply to agriculture. Apply to state lands. Give them a proposal for productivity, agricultural productivity, and get some land. Strengthen yourself. Understand the importance of land. Move out of the city. How many times I've said that? Move out of the city. Move out of the city. And find worth in land. And build. And allow yourself room for growth. Your family to grow. And plant. And eat what you plant. And sell what you plant. While you're working. And earn 2 incomes. Or 3. Whatever you could do. And advance your generation. And then pass it on. Pass it on to our next generation. Plant long term. A man tell me about some cedar. I already have some cedar. But I'm going to plant some more. Yes, 10, 20 years. But that is an investment for your children. That is an investment. Instead of just working for others. Yes, work for others and take the pay. And work for yourself simultaneously. And do your best. Do your best in your places of work. So that you can advance to the highest level of earning possible. Let us think. Let us think. This race thing is a divide and rule thing. That race thing is a divide and rule thing. Trust me what I'm telling all you. That divide and rule thing is for fools. And we are not fools, Trinidad and Tobago. I try to repeat it so that we could believe it. We are not fools. Or let us not be fools. If you was a fool tomorrow, if you get knowledge today, you stop being a fool. I watched the joke about what our parents were doing. A man do a little skit, right? What our parents was doing when land was selling cheap. And he put on a little wig as an older person. And this is what his parents was doing. Partying and drinking and having a good time. Partying and drinking and having a good time. That is what his parents was doing while land was selling cheap in Trinidad. And then he showed what other people parents was doing when land was cheap. Oh, okay. And buying it. And buying it and buying it. Alright. So we were stupid yesterday. So today we still stupid? So today we still stupid? So nobody is going to break the cycle of poverty and ignorance in your generation, in your lineage? Wake up now, man. The poor attitudes towards work. You feel you doing your boss something. You're not doing your boss anything, you know. You're doing yourself. You will be replaced. And you will not advance. So let us straighten up our minds. 342-008-146-65391. We get a new caller ever so often. Somebody new call now. Somebody new call and share your view. I know there are a lot of people listening. I have to fix something with the computer. I see it down. I don't know if I touched something. Let us amplify wisdom and knowledge. Let us encourage a society that empowers those at the lowest level. If poor people rise, if middle class people rise, the whole society will rise. It is not a threat to those above. There's a way to build those at the bottom without even affecting at the top too much. For a matter of fact, we are all interdependent. You know how wonderful it would be to have intelligent, progressive workers, a workforce, who you could work with. They ain't just have to work for you, and you could work with them. And they understand development and building. They understand putting in, because when they put in is what they will get out as well. You know how wonderful that would be? You can't just milk a cow. You have to feed a cow. You have to care for it, or else it will stop producing milk. The mentality. We have to be careful with our mentality. Destructive mentalities. So yes, I understand the plight of nurses. And I see some picture online, a biscuit van, the cookies they say Dialsing or whoever give them, and they run in behind that. And I disagree. Let we don't mess up our nurses. My cousins are nurses, my cousins are doctors, my sisters are doctors. And the majority of them do not work in Trinidad. And that is an indictment on us. That is a shame. That we produce doctors and nurses on that level and they leave. That's a shame. That is an indictment on our society. And they want to work, but they can't get no contract. Imagine that. Good morning, caller. Just lower your radio and go ahead.
Good morning, my brother.
Hey, morning. Blessings, blessings.
Good morning, my brother.
Pleasant morning to you. Welcome.
Oh, this is Charles. Hello?
We hear you loud and clear. Go ahead. Go ahead. We hear you loud and clear. All right, we lost him there. And I feel there's some little hardware glitch, so I was now going to check while the caller was calling, but we lost him. My PNM friend from Arima. Right? I'm a partner. It is love. But you don't call to talk no, die-hard stupid politics thing. You call to talk about people empowering themselves, about the youth working, about parents taking their responsibilities seriously. Just to touch across to the news, more than 100 guns may have been stolen. We know some have been recovered, and we hope that all are recovered. This sad case of this young child killed as well in Mova in that shooting, and there's been an outcry by the population of Trinidad and Tobago about these high-profile incidents of crime. Of course, WTPC Anushka was killed as well in that whole murder and robbery. And it is sad. The level of stupidity by those individuals is astonishing. The level of stupidity by the gunman who you want to kill somebody and a child in the car and some other people who not really associated, and you just shooting, you killing everybody. Just the level of ignorance, the lack of respect and care for life is astonishing in Trinidad. And that is what we must redevelop. We must redevelop a value for life. Good morning again. Listen on the phone, don't listen on the radio. Good morning, my brother.
Good morning.
Pleasant morning to you. I'm hearing you. You go ahead.
Oh, boy.
Go ahead.
My friend, just call to compliment you, man. To compliment you on a nice program you always keep. You always have a nice program, and continue to empower and encourage my people, especially to stay on the brighter side. To stay on the brighter side, my brother. Black man got to keep on jamming. You know, we need to stay focused. Mind the business. I like listening to you yesterday afternoon, and I hope and wish that you would join them. I requested an extra 1 hour from you, and I thought you started it yesterday afternoon. I got in on 91.1 yesterday afternoon. You sound so healthy and encouraging.
Yeah.
So my people especially.
Yeah, there's one place to get me. There's one place to get me. 91.9.
Let us do something. Let us encourage one another. I wonder if this robot would come down and kill this woman police officer. It's one that let me check myself now. Love is living of values every day. Listen to 91.9 Monday to Friday and empower, confidence yourself now, man. Listen to 91.9 Monday to Friday and confidence yourself. Black man, stand up. Black man, get up. Black man, you better listen. Doctor, my brother.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, brother. And we appreciate the encouragement of our elders. There are positive elders in our communities and around us. Let us listen too. Let us listen as well. Forget that gun. That gun can't do anything for us. Forget that gun. It cannot do anything for you. Move out of the urban areas where it's strife and quarrel and fight. Give up that life. Go somewhere far. Go somewhere far. Learn to plant. I in pre-retirement. I can't wait to graft. I see some tomatoes. You could graft tomato and potato together because they have the same line kind of thing. I want to do some grafting. I want to do some grafting and look at the wonder that God has created. Make sense with your life, Trinidad and Tobago. Don't throw away your lives, young people. Stop running down the glitz and the glamour and the money and the fame and the bling. Love to everyone. Let us come together as a people. Let us share with each other. Let us love each other regardless of creed, race, color, religion, whatever else is used to divide us. Blessings to Trinidad and Tobago on this terrific Tuesday, as KFC call it. Right? Not the KFC who's called it, the KFC Kentucky Fried Chicken in Trinidad. We'll be back, God willing, tomorrow. All right, love. Take care.
Life Ministry Trinidad and Tobago and other associate ministers for a time of divine encounter as they minister and pray for you every Saturday by 9 o'clock in the morning of this station, Street FM 91.9.